Nice. Welcome to No Control RC. Well, today we have something special. We actually have a special guest in the house who knows more about RC cars than both of us combined. And he actually has a special project vehicle. Well, not really a project. A special vehicle that he'd like to unbox for you. So, without further ado, we'll get Mr. Justin in here and he can tell you all about himself.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Justin. I've been in the hobby for about 40 years. I got addicted to this a long time ago. Never stopped collecting since. I got a couple hundred vehicles myself. I build, I work on them for Toy City. I'm a tech. I've been racing in a customer a lot longer than I've been working on them in a store. I have a great love and passion for RC history. I help whoever I can at the store. I love the hobby. I want everybody to enjoy it the way I do. Some things I collect, some things I build. This is not going to be a shelf queen for me. I'm going to drive it here and there, but yeah, I have a deep love and passion for this hobby, so I wanted to show off something special that I asked a Snap-on guy. He said he would get it for me, and yeah, I just figured I'd use the guys that I know and ask them if they wanted to do an unboxing. So check it out for the first time. We'll get it opened up and see what it's like.
All right, welcome to the show. All right, so you want to get this thing out of the box or what?
Yeah, let's get it open.
Unless you want to talk about the box. There you go. I'll let you take it out.
All right.
We're gonna flop her down. Come out of the garage. Holy cow. Now that is a tight box.
Right,
I'll let you run off with it. Isn't it pretty?
That's a beauty.
It's actually kind of
Super good. Can you fit in there?
Well, if I could, I would.
These things didn't handle that great back in the day. You know that, right? All right, I'll let you touch upon some of the cool stuff here.
That cantilever suspension on there. That's unique. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's like a mock leaf spring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the sideways leaf spring on it. Like the real thing.
Yeah, they made it like a leaf spring out of cantilevers.
And on the front too. It's actually very soft in the front. Take a feel of that.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you want, you can hit on some of the specs and all that, and he can actually bring the camera and we can do a little close up of it.
Yes, this is definitely a one-off for Traxxas. As usual with Traxxas and Snap-on, they usually do a 5-year contract. So if Traxxas decides to make one of these, it'll be at least 5 to 6 years before you see one. just like they do with the hauler, a couple other things. This is unique. This is completely one of a kind so far. Unique suspension, you know, center leaf spring. This has actually got, we'll take the body off and check it all out. It's got a BL2S system in it. It's the newest system that Traxxas has done. That center leaf spring, cantilever suspension. I mean, this is all unique. This is one of a kind stuff. People have done this as a custom kind of car before, but never as a factory car. Never seen anything like it, quite frankly. It's kind of what drew me into it. Stuff like this is, there's certain things that appeal to me, and when I saw this, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was fake. I saw a little Lego version of it, and then I saw that it was real, and I said, there's no way I'm passing on something like this, just in case for some reason Traxxas doesn't build one of their own. So, yeah.
Well, you don't come across 1920 themed sprint cars very often.
Yeah. Spoked wheels. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I guess we can kind of touch on a few of the things we can visually see right here, because yes, it does. It has spoked wheels up front. These are rubber tires, but they're mocked. These probably would have been bias plies back in the day. You got your nice exhaust.
Looks like they have a good compound. They're soft. They're not too stiff.
It does have a 4-cylinder in it, in case you're wondering. Now, like way back in the day, these things, they used to actually take a Model T and they would actually lengthen the chassis to actually increase the wheelbase to 88 inches to give you a little bit more handling. And they would actually a lot of times use the motors and they would build them up. And then from there, they actually started changing. And that's almost the extent of what I remember from a 1920 sprint car. They would actually use the original rear end and all that in it too. Of course, then you got the straight axle front end. They would take all the parts out of the Model T and turn it into this, which I'm sure drove amazing. So I don't know if you want to touch on any aspects of the actual car, because I researched a real car, not the RC car. So,
well, this is, yeah, I mean, some of the history of it too is I collect F1 cars as part of the hobby, and this is, to me, this is kind of an early lead into what originally F1 kind of started, and kind of the innovation and what led to all that. That's why I kind of wanted to get into this. But the actual RC car itself, just handling purposes. You see here, you see how you have it's kind of like a Rustler style idea, but nothing like it. You see how the suspension's all forward linked and forward rear linked. Basically, with all that travel, what you get a lot of suspension. You kind of have that buggy feel, but you get that nice wide, long, suspension. Yep. So your center of gravity is a lot lower. So I actually do plan to drive this, and I do want to feel what it feels like to drive it around. Obviously, it's a little high, but I think the center of gravity is going to be low enough that I actually will handle okay.
Well, if it's that high, you're going to take it off any jumps?
No, I don't think I'm going to jump it yet. Not till I can get another body for it.
We got a ramp for it.
Looks like we have a clipless system to take the body off.
I was going to say, okay, that explains a lot. I was going to say, how do you get this body off?
So I think we'll go ahead and grab that out of there. Take a look at the underneath. Innovation. Oh, that's a beauty.
They did, yeah.
Nice little design there.
I do got to give it to them. They're doing a nice job with their bodies. There's no lights in it, though.
No lights. I don't think they had lights, though. Candles. And so you got another innovation right there, a vertical motor system where the rear end is direct drive into the housing, standing straight up with your drive gear up here, the shaft going straight down. Kind of interesting. You ever remember the old Hemi Underglass Barracuda that took a drive shaft backwards, upside down? This almost looks like that, flipped vertically. Kind of a V-drive system.
Well, that is wild right there.
Yeah.
Got your nice leaf spring right here. Half leaves right there. That helps. I bet that really gives us some good suspension. I bet that thing handles like crazy. What do we got for a motor in it?
Got the BL2S brushless 3300.
Smoke some tires.
Definitely think it would.
Got your nice steering servo up here, which goes to what this would have been a steering box back in the day with a crossover front end. So that's how she steers right there. Good times.
Like you got a servo saver mounted directly to the servo, so a little bit of protection. Your gears. Still got your typical Traxxas waterproofing.
Why you stuck under there?
These are the trays.
Oh, there we go. She pulls out.
Yeah. Sideways battery tray, so it looks like you're limited to the 2S, which is a BL2S.
Mm-hmm. You're probably not going to want more than 2S with this platform.
No, yeah, it's not wide enough tire.
But you got this much room in here. That's what you got. So we'll finish her off up front here. We've gone through the whole center. This is our receiver box. Looks like she's kind of watertight with a cute little antenna. We got that right there. So it is a TQI transmitter, so there must be a corresponding receiver up in there. What does she look like from underneath? And there's your front suspension. Look how cool that works, eh? I like it. They kind of don't give you a lot of room back there for...
It's a tighter. We've got our special handy dandy Snap-on limited edition quick start guide. So we got the picture of the car on it, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
In case you want to know what it goes to.
Generic instead of regular generic manual. You got your Easy Peak Plus charger. So, well, you know, that's a $65 charger they give you right there. That's nice. And you get your 3,000 milliamp 2-cell LiPo battery, which is perfect fit for the car. So obviously, you could probably take a 3,000 or 5,000 milliamp LiPo, but giving you a 3,000, so part of the value of the car. That's pretty good. And just a spacer block just to give you some space. Get your obligatory Traxxas tool set, which is your wheel wrench and a couple L wrenches. You do get your swivel ball wrench in there instead of the flat one. That's kind of a nicer piece. I don't see any extra parts in there, so it looks like it's just pretty straight up. Unfortunately, with these cars, one of the problems you can't go to a store and buy parts off the shelf. If you do have a problem, there is the ability to contact Traxxas directly. So if I do happen to break a wheel, I do have to contact Traxxas directly and say, I own one of these. Here's the serial number. Register it, and they will get me a part potentially. But I have to contact them directly for that.
You mean the Snap-on guy doesn't carry these parts for this one?
Well, the Snap-on guy can have a contact, but Traxxas directly will assist me if I have the serial number.
So the nice thing with this is this is a Snap-on Sprint car from 1920s. So the nice thing with having a Snap-on one is you can make like $25 payments for the next 7 years, and then by then you'll own it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Then what do you got? Like you just have the remote?
Yep. We got a remote here.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what
everybody knows what a TQI is.
Looks like. But at least they give you the TQI, so that is the programmable. You can obviously add the module to that and do your programming. Or bind it to other Traxxas remotes.
Heck yeah. Sprint car. All right, so now we're on our last and most favorite step is we've got to charge some batteries up and go see what this Sprint car can do. What do you think?
I think we're going to do it.
Let's rock it.
Do it.
You better drive.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I'll drive it first.
I ain't driving it. All right, so we just ran this Traxxas snap-on rig, and I didn't drive it. I let Justin drive it because I didn't want to be one of the ones to break it. So I'm going to let him defer to him for all the information on it. But all I got to say is after watching it, pretty impressive. I was actually pretty impressed with how responsive and how it handled. So Master over here, you can take over.
Excellent. Yeah. Again, this is a unique car. It's kind of standalone, different little car. Definitely has some good features, some bad features. Car handled very well. I'm on high grip CRC carpet, so this is the highest grip surface you can possibly get for an RC car. There is no higher. These tires are very tall and they're very skinny, and the thing had a massive amount of grip. In the 5 to 10 minutes we ran the car, the grip came up leaps and bounds. It did pick up the rear tire as typical with an oval car with no prior tuning whatsoever. The car handled anywhere I wanted. I actually had to barely turn the wheel. If I put my race radio on it, I could tune it out, obviously. No TSM. I had to turn the TSM off. I can't drive with that at all. If I took this out on the asphalt, I might want to run it on. The BL2 system in this car is outrageously powerful for the car. It's really good, really nice. Handling was super responsive. I didn't really have any qualms about a lack of control. As a matter of fact, it's a little too responsive. I'd like to tune some of it out. The suspension obviously needs to be tuned down a little, but that's typical of any carpet car. It always has too much grip. You have to tune it down. Had a couple rollovers. My only casualty was a little cap. We had a little breakage on the cap right here. No big deal. And I rolled over 3 or 4 times. Nothing else actually broke. The car didn't break. I tagged the wall once or twice. Thing will pull a wheelie on the carpet, which is fantastic for a tire that's only, half an inch wide. So, if we went out on the asphalt and drove it, obviously I'd have a few more scuffs, but the thing would handle pretty good. Obviously I'd want to lower the suspension or put a lower tire on it if I want to drive it a little harder. These are more decorative tires, but they have fantastic grips if Traxxas does make this car. And they put out some replacement tires. I would definitely drive the tires. In the meantime, I'll probably put shorter tires on to make it handle a little more tame, but thoroughly impressed with the suspension. I just need a little more tunability out of it, but that's fine for a brand new car out of the box with no tuning whatsoever. I liked it. And for all the oval cars I own and drive,
Get a look at that.
This is well handling.
All right. Yeah, there's a few things up here. So that's the gist of the whole deal. So 2 things I'm taking away from this. 1, I didn't drive it, so therefore I didn't wreck it. So Alex cannot say a word about me driving today. 2nd, end of the day, Traxxas actually didn't do a half bad job with this rig. Like I said, find your local snap-on truck. You can lease, rent, buy for 28 payments of $55. You can get this thing all you want, probably. I don't know. But that's pretty much all we got to say on that. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Throw some comments. Throw some anything cool in you want in there, and we'll catch you next time. And thanks, Justin, for A, supplying the vehicle, B, helping us supply the place, and his wealth of knowledge through everything between this and everything else we've had to come to him with questions about.
No problem.